Coming in, y'all. Come on. Yeah, come on. Everybody, come on. Nice cold day in the Chicago way. So if you're somewhere warm and nice warm weather, just know I don't like you at all. Yeah, what up, y'all? Come on in. Tell a friend what's going down. Going down now. There we go. We ready. Yeah, I'm on time today. When I'm dealing with the OG, he always punctual, so gotta be on. And we talking business. Gotta be on business. Dealing with Havoc. Yeah, y'all. It's about to go down. There go Jackie. Okay. Down. I'll give y'all like another 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds. Then we get to rocking. Let's get it. Yeah. All right now, it's the hood, hierarchy, mobcast, and it's me, Uncle Beats, and the streets like white lines on the corner like a stop sign. And here go the rules. If you want us to be all right, hit the like. If you care, hit the share. If you own it, leave a comment. If you want us to do well, hit that notification bell. And if you really want us out the trap, put some money on the Cash App. It's real simple. And you know, all my people in the comments, in the streets, I mean, let us know where you checking in from, man. Let them see let them see the legs we got on this thing. Let us know your hood. Let us know where you checking in from. Shouts out to everybody hitting the likes, hitting at followers, at highlights on Facebook. Appreciate it. Jackie in the building. We got Flower Thomas locked in. Tion Brown, my man Skrilla. And it's from the DR. I know he on the way to Malaysia probably. It's finna go down, man. We finna talk about this music business and stuff that's trending in the music business too. But with that being said, hood, hierarchy, mobcast. Every single episode, man, we gonna give them a little background.
I know how I feel because I've been through that 1,000 times. Lovely ghetto you, beautiful ghetto you, sweet ghetto.
We made so much doing that. I started taking that money throwing the concerts.
It's your boy Project Pata, hood hierarchy, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look, man, if it ain't in the hood, man, it ain't on here.
Hey, this your boy Mario Cannon, man. And you rocking with Hood Hierarchy. You already know what's going down.
Team Pretty P stand up. It's a wrap. Tune in.
It's Deli Dale. And whenever I got time and I'm relaxing and I'm chilling. I don't give a damn if I'm laying in the bed with you. I'm checking out Hood Hierarchy. And it's just that simple, just that easy.
It's 7 Up, man, straight from Brooklyn. I want y'all to check my boy out, Uncle Beats, Hood Hierarchy. Get the dopest interviews, the dopest content, the dopest platform, straight from Chi-Town, man. You know what it is, man. We representing Uncle Beats, Hood Hierarchy. That's the highest of prestige. Get it? You already know. That's on game. You heard?
One was saying this the one and only HD president, Mr. Bow Bow Bow. This is Hood Hierarchy checking in. I'm signing out. HD4, Bow Bow Bow.
What's up, wonderful people? Y'all are in for a treat today. I hope everybody is tagging a rapper, a singer, whoever you got that's in the music business or looking to get in the music business. If you're trying to be a manager, if you're trying to be a CEO, we finna tell you the stuff you need to know. Now, please do remember this CEO Platinum Game Changer is doing this because of me. So y'all welcome. I got to introduce. See, y'all seen him last week, or go back and look at the interviews. The one and only. See, he put together a label and went and got people deals, got artists on gets artists on soundtracks. He put out a compilation and did good numbers. And, he's going to show you how to get paid, get these checks. I got to bring to y'all the one and only Havoc, the mouth. Welcome back, like Mr. Kata.
Hey, I'm humbled and honored, man. Thanks to my higher power, man. Thank you for having me, man. Once again, man, on Hood Hierarchy, bro. It's an honor and a privilege, man. You know what I'm saying? To be on here and remind everybody, man, to hit up his Cash App, man.
Hit that Cash App out, y'all.
Cash App, baby.
Really
you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get me a $6 biggie bag from Wendy's, y'all. I deserve it.
That's right. But man, thank you, man. Tonight gonna be more of a serious show tonight, man. So
man, we're gonna dive right in. So here's the first thing.
But first of all, we just don't want nobody to take nothing personal.
Oh yeah, don't take nothing personal. This is to be informative and to help and to teach. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Let us know where you checking in from, what city and state when you're in here. Please ask questions. We gonna catch them. Ask questions.
And I'm gonna be 100% honest, and I ain't gonna sugarcoat no one based on feelings.
There we go. So let me ask you about this first.
Okay.
We got a female rapper that's buzzing right now, trending. She used one of Ciara's songs, My Goodies, and then cleared a sample. So Ciara got it snatched. She said Ciara was wrong for that because the song is 20 years old. What you think about
that? Man, that's business. And the reason why that happened, because recently her husband bought a catalog. Okay. So they snatched the music off. So it wasn't her. It's the fact that it's off everything. So anything with that sound was took off. So a lot of people take things personal. Remember what I said in the beginning about working with feelings. It's like the law. Like, you go into court and you go in there working with your feelings instead of going there with the law. Right. First of all, whether the song's 20 years old or 100 years old, it's not her song.
Okay.
Right? And for her to sample someone's song without their permission in itself is one of the reasons why a lot of artists, right, that weren't getting paid would help create the transition from CDs into the digital world. When everybody started making CDs of everybody's music and selling it all across the country on mixed CDs, and artists wasn't getting paid for it. And so what I would say to her, that once they do get Ciara's music published because, like I said, her husband, right, went and bought her catalog and gave it to her for a Christmas present.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
See, that's for not knowing your business.
Right.
You get it? Business is not just going in the studio and making a song and then using someone else's successful song to piggyback off to give you a familiar sound to draw people to your music and not want to, first of all, be humble enough to give Ciara her props for having a hit song. Because Ciara is a Black artist.
She is.
You get, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this to go against what her feelings are. See, it's the difference between feelings, and business. And tonight,
but let me ask you this: with somebody like Stunna Girl buzzing right now, I know she got to have somebody with some industry knowledge behind her, right? Why would they not clear the sample on the record? Like, how hard is that to do?
It's not very hard at all if you got money to go, first of all, go look at the original song and see who produced it, who wrote it, and what publishing companies put it out. So, like I said, her husband just bought her whole catalog back. Whoever owned anything of Ciara's catalog prior to Russell Wilson, going to purchase it and gave it to her for a Christmas present. So when you do that, you know what that means, right?
What that mean?
That means that they're going to take all her music off of everything that's out because there's a new owner of it. Now they get to put it out through whatever label or whatever she chooses to do with it as the new owner of her music.
Right, because they can't get the money off of what the other people was getting. They got it.
But even if she thought Ciara did that purposely, it has nothing to do with Ciara. So her business feelings is directed at the wrong person.
So let me ask you. So
you know what's wrong with this, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, I just want to make sure we see that people have to understand the difference between feelings and business.
Business is completely different. So if an artist, let's use one of your songs for instance. Say one of these young cats want to use one of your records that you own. Mm-hmm. How do they go about that? Or what if you just put the radio and you hear the song?
Either you hire someone that does publishing, licensing, called licensing. Everything got to do with licensing. You get it? There are publishing rights and there are master rights. Each of them are attached to any music you use that belongs to somebody. I'm gonna say that one more time. If you need a pencil and pen, there's two sides to the rights of using music, whether it's on TV. You get it? Whatever it is to where that music is being licensed, there's two sides you have to license it. That's through the publishing and through the master right owners.
So is this a special process though?
Absolutely. So because when you're using their song, they're making money off of the success of a Ciara song. Let's use the Ciara song as an example. Right. So if they go to Ciara's people and license the song, which Ciara don't own it. Ciara only owns a piece of if she wrote it, or if she produced it. So if somebody else wrote it and produced it, Ciara ain't making no money off of the publishing and the licensing. Let's be very clear about that. So when a producer and a writer puts out a record through a label more than likely going to own half of that. Which include the master rights.
We definitely got to talk about that too.
All right, right. Which is including the master rights.
So what I'm saying is this, right? Mm-hmm. What if you can remake they song and make the beat similar without sampling their music? How did that work?
That's called a recreation.
Okay.
A recreation will save you a whole lot of publishing rights.
Okay.
Because a recreation is based on what parts of the recreation you recreated. Remember, in a song, there's different parts of a song. There's a bass line, there's a string, that you get it?
Right.
So based on how you recreate it, right? Because you might only use a string of it.
Right.
You get it? So you would give up a percent. So that would be part of the rights of the production.
Okay.
You get it? Because the song is made up of two parts,
right.
a writer and a producer. So if you wrote it and producer, you own all the rights. If you just the writer, you own half.
Right.
If you're the producer, you own half. If it's two producers, then they split half of it. You get it? Yeah. Everything is split based on that configuration. A song is broke down into two halves. Them two halves configure based on the writer or the producer, or in most cases, the arranger and people that come in and do parts in the song. So there would be arrangers. Arrangers might can arrange a song, all based on how you understand music. Remember, there's
so the arranger don't even have to know how to make music. He just got
absolutely. Go ahead, go talk to him.
Okay, so
and there's still a producer, because if you go look when you register a song on ASCAP or BMI, it shows you the multiple producing ranges.
So
producer or arranger, you get it?
So how many? Okay, so say me and you and another person makes a song, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do the rapping, the other person makes the beat, but you're there and you're saying, "Hey, say this right here, Beats. Put that right there."
You're an arranger.
So now when we do
you're an arranger on the producer side. Now, if you're adding words to the writer side, that make you a writer on the word. Remember, a producer have more doors to do, to be a part of a producer, as far as the arranger. A writer only consists of, it don't have nothing to do with arranging, right? Because the words are the arrangement, right? Remember, you can arrange a word, but it's still the word that's there.
Okay.
Now, if you arranged it and added words, then you have a claim.
So how do you split that though? Like, you done wrote most of the song.
You got to be smart with math and understanding how a song is split.
Okay.
And there's tricky ways you can do it based on understanding, because everybody ain't gonna understand. You get it?
Right.
And so when you're talking about, just say for instance, like you were saying, you wrote the words, that would be half of a song. Somebody else produced it, that would be half of a song. So that would be 50% to you, 50% to him, which creates a whole.
Right.
Which makes 100% of a song. But once you split them splits become wholes.
Okay.
Based on if you wrote it, added words to that side of it, and that's how the splits come on that side.
So a person that add a few words,
he's a writer. He's a co-writer.
So what percentage should he get?
It's based on the words of a song, based on 100%. I would say anywhere between 2.5% to 5% based on how many words it is in the song and how many times that song play in the song. Because if it repeat through the song, it's still taking up part of that song where other words ain't claiming.
Okay. Let me ask you.
Get it like a chorus. Chorus.
Well, you know what? Let me slow it down, because I understand. I'm just.
Oh yeah,
if y'all not digesting that.
Hey, words are powerful, man.
Yeah, if y'all not digesting that, let us know if we going too fast. I don't want to go by my understanding. I want to make sure y'all understand.
No, I'm going by the book, man. How the game is done, man. Since I've been doing it since the 80s.
Right.
Based on publishing songs, having songs published, having deals on Def Jam, Quality, having soundtracks on Tales from the Hood, the show soundtrack. I got music on my boy D Shot album he put out that went gold. I got music on a compilation that was put out by Priority Records, right? You know what I'm saying? So and all of them songs may be a compilation.
Okay, we got a question from Jackie. She said, "Can people get a record producer's company gifted to them?"
Absolutely. Remember, once you own publishing, right? Like an example, my mother is still getting my father's royalties.
Okay.
You get it? Once you're registered, right? You can give like will your publishing to whoever's rightful that person in your life, like your wife, your husband, if you die, right? And you got all the music I asked you to put out, right? And it's making money. Now she owns that. You can also take that and go sell it.
You can go sell it.
Because they're buying publishing. And once the company owns publishing, that gives them more incentive to go get it on music, soundtracks, and stuff, because they're a publishing company that got a direct deal with a movie company at a rate that they ain't got to go look for and deal with rights and dealing with all these
films. So that's why you see a lot of old songs in movies, because they own it anyway.
Right, because companies can win and bought the rights, like they bought Tupac Publishing. Remember, you hear about these deals. See, if you don't know business and you don't hear what's going on or know what's going on, everything is an assumption or assuming based on your lack of knowledge.
Now, let me ask you this. Let's direct this to this person. So say, I ain't gonna even say a guy in the street. Say you anybody, and you meet a young rapper or singer, whatever, and you say, man, I'm finna put some money into you. So now you take $50,000. You pay for studio time. You buy the clothes. You buy the cars. You pay for the record to get done. So now, how do you get your $50,000 back? Do you get some of the record?
You the record company, and based on how you spent your money is how you get it back. Because every dime in a budget. Okay, let's use the word budget. Right. We gotta stick to business terms, right?
Okay.
So any dime you spend in the budget, only so some of that budget is only recoupable.
Okay.
You get it? So everything you do is not recoupable.
Okay.
Recording, recoupable. Okay. Promotion, recoupable. You get it? You're taking them out to dinner, or if you don't say the advance, recoupable. You get it? So you have to do everything in the business term to get your money back, and just spending it everywhere and throwing everything to where, you know what I mean? Oh, I got, because I spent that. You get it? You can't say, hey, I flew this person, that person, and then say that's part of his budget.
Right.
So it's all understanding of taking that $50,000 and say, hey, with this artist, we're gonna create a contract between me and you. I'm gonna invest $50,000 in you, right? This $50,000 I won't recoup before you make anything, or I won't recoup based on you get it? You have to create a contract. I'm not saying with the contract, because everything is based on how you
customized. Right. I got you.
Everything's negotiable, man. And so when I say that I learned from getting effed, I don't mean that the contracts I signed were bad, because you're going to sign a contract if you're doing business. But what's not good about is not getting what you signed for.
Okay.
Regardless, if I don't like how much I'm getting, at least give me what I did sign for. And so that's what I mean.
So let me ask you this. Now, by me putting that money up, do I get a part of the record sale too?
You're a record company, right? And so remember, you have to learn the business. You got to understand and learn what records make now. Because see, back in the days, there were CDs, there were cassettes. You know what they sold for. You know, if you knew marketing and retail, you know how much that a distributor would buy your record from you. See, I didn't have distribution deals with Priority Records, so I know how that works. I didn't did promo tours. I didn't did retail tours at Abbey Road and Sam Goody's, and I have been into the warehouses dealing with the regionals like Violet Brown and knowing what they charge and how they order their records and how you build up bulk orders and how you do back in the days when you had in-store marketing, when you walk in and you got a section on sale, NWA with a big poster.
The good old days.
No, I'm just explaining the different aspects that I have mastered every part of all of them.
Right.
You get it? So I can speak and understand that if you don't understand all of these things, how can you run a label? How can you be a CEO? So I have to be the jack of all business.
Let me ask you this too. Now say I just want to be the money guy.
That would be an investor.
Okay, so I would just get a person to run the label for me then.
I mean, see, this where it get tricky.
Okay.
You get it? Because you can be an investor, but what terms do the money come with? Okay. You get it? Because you can invest in a label,
right,
which is different from investing in an artist.
Okay.
Because if you invest in a label, every artist that come out on the label, you'll make money.
Right.
Based on if one artist fail.
Right.
Or successful. Because if one artist successful, the label gonna be successful.
Gotcha.
So you get it? So, you know, it's all in your faith, your hard work, the artists you got, having a great team and having an artist that understand that the first process is going to be the most hardest one and the most sacrifices, the one you're going to have to sacrifice the most. You get it?
Let me ask you about something I've seen so many times, right? So like you said, the artist and the company agrees on what the split should be.
No, the record company controls everything. Based on they the one that putting the record out, collecting the money, and has a contract with an artist based on their deal, their distribution. They already got a formula because they already know the numbers.
Well, here's the question I want to ask you. What about a manager?
A manager, that's a good thing because, first of all, labels don't like dealing with artists.
Okay.
Because artists don't have an understanding of business. Right. So when you have a manager, that should be someone who understands business and know how to represent you on the business level.
Okay.
Because if you don't understand business, it's like a dog chasing its tail.
Right. Right.
No matter what you say, if you don't understand it, then what is the purpose?
Right. I get it. So
having representation would be one of the most important aspects of a career.
What's the job of a manager?
You need a manager that know how to get stuff done.
Right.
That know how to get stuff done. That has a business know-how, that's managing other artists, that has a history, right, of getting deals, or have someone, you know what I mean, that believes in your career. Because, you know, the hardest thing that I learned is that everybody that think they're a star is not.
Right.
It's so many artists that think they can rap, sing, right? What they really are, they're clutters. They're clutters. I call them clutters because you're taking up space, right, and something that you have no future in.
Right.
And I'm not saying this to discourage someone, because that same person might have a different unique gift in a business besides rapping, singing. They can be a manager. They can be, you know what I mean, part of a
wait,
team.
let me ask you about that, right? So say I'm a guy and I just got some money and I see the rapper and I say, man, I'm gonna manage you. I know what they do, like open mic set and different stuff. So I'm taking them to different little shows. Then somebody sees us there that can take them to the next level, and he starts putting them in big shows and like, hey, I probably can get you a deal. So now, what does that leave me, the guy who started out with this person?
Because remember that if that's the case, then he buy you out.
Okay, so he's to have to buy you out.
Buy you out, or give you, or get a bigger, or you continue getting yours, and whatever he's getting is going to get stacked up on what you already getting.
Okay,
Until y'all deal expire.
Let me ask you this.
Remember, everything's negotiable. Remember the key word in business.
But
everything's negotiable.
Negotiable. Let me ask you this. Is it smart to invest in an artist without having paperwork on?
No.
So how much did you spend before you
nothing
get the contract? Nothing.
Only thing you should be spending on is a lawyer to draw up a great contract that's going to bond y'all too.
I got you.
Because hey man, like I said, if an artist don't know no better, then he ain't gonna do better.
Gotcha. Do you know what happened with Shaka Khan and Kanye?
I mean, Shaka Khan's an icon.
Right.
Kanye
iconic, man. Come on now.
Right. But there are two type of icons. Remember?
Right.
Shaka come from real music.
Right.
Kanye come from creative music.
I got you.
It's a difference. And so when a Shaka get up on the stage and sing, nigga, to a crowd, it's different to when Kanye get up there and rap to a crowd. They both outstanding.
I agree with you.
They're two different, totally. Live music compared to rap music is this.
But like how she gave him clearance to use her songs, right?
Right, but he paying though. Look, he's following the protocol.
Right, okay.
Because he ain't got to worry about it. He got money. He got people that's doing everything.
But they say she got mad that he sped her voice up though. Like,
hey, listen, once I pay you for what I want,
right?
You get it?
Right. Get mad all you want, but you took the money.
I'm selling records and you got your money.
Right. Hold on. Let's answer a few questions.
Then she should have put it in the contract. If you use my voice, I don't want it to be distorted.
Right. I don't want to change.
Everything's negotiable.
Everything's negotiable.
That's the key word to tonight.
Everything's negotiable. Y'all remember that. Oh man, I went off the screen. Hold on, y'all.
Gotta check into the street, man.
Let me check in. I see a few questions popping up. We got Flowers Thomas say it's really all about contracts. You can write yourself into the next deal and so on. I agree. Boogie Flavors.
Negotiable.
Everything. Boogie Flavors, straight out of San Diego. He said, that's why I manage artists now. But there's different types of managers, booking managers, tour managers, etc.
Absolutely.
And yes, everything is negotiable. That's a fact. So yeah. Now let me ask you this. Me and my homeboy, we in the studio making a song.
Mm-hmm.
Should paperwork be involved in that studio session?
Right, because see, when you're dealing with producers, right, you should have the main thing understood, right? You as a label, manager, whatever. If you know there's 50% to producing a song,
Right.
you know this artist is signed to a label. You know your deal with this label consists of what you got signed with them. And he have to be negotiated to understand that they're going to claim a percent of this based on this artist's deal. Because this artist is successful, this artist is going to sell more records and bring more to the table, right, to this producer's producing or vice versa, right, based on negotiation, and who's more powerful is how you can
that give you negotiation room. So
Absolutely.
So the producer got half off top, right? But
right.
Can
As
I
a
say
producer,
like, hey,
but
man,
a record company is not going to let you come produce on their record without getting something if they're going to spend them big money for it to blow up on radio.
So say this is a producer who up and coming and I'm big time. Can I tell the producer, like, I'm not giving you half if we do it? That I deserve more.
You can negotiate that, but it wouldn't be fair.
Okay, that's not fair.
What's fair is negotiate for half, where he get 25 and you get 25 as a company. That's what's fair. What's fair if you're the label. If the label going to put up big money to go after radio, blow a song up, you know how much money it costs to promote a real record?
How much?
Right. Just minimum, just to kick up some dust, 250,000.
250.
And that's just kicking up some dust. You heard what I said.
Right, just to kick up some dust. Yeah.
And you better have a hot song so that dust can stay flush. Get some angel dust effect.
The angel dust effect. Oh, let me change gears real quick and ask you about something else that I seen pop up. So it's an artist, another big artist named SkillaBaby. So a lady, she got WooLadyTv. So she paid him to come do an interview. And they got a contract and everything. So they wanted 12,000. She sent them 10,000. Then later they hit her with, you got to pay for plane tickets. So she said, now she had to pay for plane tickets. They took it up to 20,000. And he didn't come. So now she says she wants a refund, but they said something like she got the plane tickets too late or something like that, so he couldn't make it.
Well, that's a breach of contract on both parties.
Okay.
It's called a breach. First of all, right, if it was 12,000, right?
Right.
Which was negotiated, right? Remember, everything's negotiated. That would have been in a rider.
Okay.
Along with the contract.
Right.
Just because you have that 12,000, it has to be negotiated if the 12,000 pay for their flights and everything, or if that's separate.
Right, right.
You get it? And then because see, they're only responsible for a certain amount of people to fly.
Okay. What you negotiate? What you negotiate?
What you negotiate, and it ain't no, and regardless, right? There's a limit, right? Of you get it because you're paying for performers. The only person that should be allowed to be included is a manager or a road manager.
Back when you was with SCC, how did y'all do it? Like I had a big crew.
Right. Like, only the group went.
Okay.
Right. And so if we had to go out of town and they gave us money, right, and in that money, right, we had to pay for our tickets to fly overseas.
Right.
Right. And we got 6 people.
Okay.
Some of the people might not go, like because we had 2 DJs. And if the show didn't require DJs, then we wouldn't take them.
Okay. So the promoter is really only responsible for the group.
Right.
Okay. So if you bring your girlfriend or your best friend with you, you got to get them.
Oh no, they got to pay for their own stuff.
Gotcha. Hold on, let me see let me check in with the streets once again. Hold on, let me see what they talking about. See if we missing anything. There go my guy. Pharrell Wilson in the building.
Oh, Pharrell, what's up, pimpin'?
What's up with you? He say everybody want to be in this business, but a lot of them don't want to put in the work.
Absolutely. That is, woo, man. I'm glad somebody brought that up. Huge.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean when I say what my interpretation of that is?
What's that?
People feel entitled because they can rap or sing. A lot of unhumble wannabe artists start off with a poor work ethic and huge ego.
Right.
It's hard to work with people like that. It's a huge turnoff. That's why companies don't deal with artists.
Right.
That's why artists that's successful got great management.
Great managers. So your success definitely contributes to your management, huh?
It's key to have good or great management.
Let me ask you this. I won't say who the artist is, but I recently seen somebody really new to the game invested money into an artist under like the Manager Act though. But she invested her money, but they end up falling out because once the record took off and blew up, the artist felt like the manager, she should still be there going to all this new stuff with her because now the schedule is hectic. And the manager is sending people in the place of her. And they're telling her, well, she should be here with you. But this is the person that's putting up, that invested the money.
Man, she ain't got to be there as long as everything is getting handled.
Right.
Long as she sends somebody there, the assistant manager.
Right.
To handle everything, make sure everything going smooth. Because the manager can still be where she's at, getting more work done, getting more shows. Remember, it takes a team, man. And just because one team member is over here doing something, but there's other team members making sure the ball is still was running, whether she was there or not. If she's there or not.
So if you got a good road manager in play, the manager never even got to come to none of the shows.
Absolutely, because if she got the team and got everything handled, then what's the problem? Because that's less money that you got to spend back if she paying to fly there, because it's gonna get charged to you.
Right. So artists should be happy if they got a manager that's
as long as everything's going good, they're getting their check, the show went good, there was no problems. Why look for problems?
Right. Why look for problems? So now,
and remember, man, I done had deals on Def Jam.
Right.
Remember Tales from the Hood soundtrack with 40 Acres in the Mule. I did songs on Spice One, albums on Jive. You know what I mean? I done had music, did stuff with Priority Records. You know what I mean? Did stuff with Tommy Boy. So I dealt with all of the owners of all them companies, from Monica Lynch and Russell Simmons and Leor Coins and Russell Simmons, Russ Regan, Barry Wise at Jive. So I'm talking about all of the real owners.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you something that's happening right now as we speak. What about somebody just want to rap and they get them a beat off of YouTube and they just use it? How far can they go with that?
Not very far. Because soon as the record comes, I just went through this with Pharrell.
Right. Okay.
And Pharrell leased the beat. And we added some bass line to it, all of that, whatever. And, you know, he purchased it properly and everything. But what we didn't do was, once we loaded it up and sent the music to Universal, Universal is thorough. They don't play. So as soon as they loaded it up, the guy had the song, the music tagged. So as soon as Universal put it on there, he claimed the music of it, which we bought the rights.
When you say tag, what are you talking about?
It showed that the beat belonged to someone else.
And what do they call that? What do they call that when you tag your beat?
Nigga, they claimed the rights, nigga. I mean, brother.
I'm saying, how are they able to do that though?
The music because they released the beats on YouTube as sample beats. Remember it.
Okay.
What did you say in the beginning?
YouTube.
Thank you.
Right. Okay.
Once you load it up on YouTube through your system, you're claiming it. You can monetize that.
Right.
As soon as you load it up, just the instrumental.
Right.
So anybody use it, any system in YouTube is going to claim it.
So now what happened with Universal?
So we had to show the paperwork.
Okay.
And then send it to YouTube, right? And have them remove his rights out of the system. And then also have him go in his system and remove it from his portal.
So what problem?
You understand what I just said, right? Remove it from his portal when he first loaded it up from his YouTube page. No more.
So he is not registered.
So it's out of there.
So what problem can you run into if you get a deal with like Universal and you got this YouTube beat and you can't get the person don't want to take it down or something like that? Like what problem?
Right, but remember if once YouTube get the beat, I mean a real company get a beat, right, and they get ready to release it, right, and once they release it in the system, if any other system claim it, right, they're immediately gonna freeze it.
So you can freeze your whole deal.
Thank you. Absolutely. It's called until you get right, it blacklisted.
And then that's when a great manager. That's when a great manager tells the producer they gotta pay. They really could.
Remember, because of the internet system, you can track any music that's played on the internet, television, TV. Only music you can't track if you go take people's music and press it up on a CD out your computer or something and sell it like they used to do.
Well, let me ask you this. Is that good for a producer or bad for a producer when they just sell somebody a beat and don't know?
To me, it can be good and bad. Remember the Horsey song?
The Horsey song?
Yeah, about the guy that put out got horses in the front, got horses in the back. That was an internet beat.
Okay.
But he bought the rights to the beat. Right. So he's the producer of the beat. So if he wrote the lyrics, bought the beat rights, that made him the whole right owner.
Okay.
Then he go do a deal with the record company. They put the money, they make 100 million, he make 50 million, they make 50 million.
Right. So
but remember,
and that was one of the biggest records in history.
Go back to the everything's negotiable.
That was one of the biggest records in history, wasn't it?
I'm saying, do you understand how much money he made just from paying him? Because remember, the beat, when these guys sell these beats and exclusive beats, they got hundreds of them.
Right.
They don't expect nobody to take a beat and make it blow up like that because they're making their money and they're living.
Old Town Road. Right. Okay.
Right now.
Right.
They selling the whole rights or leasing it for 6 months based on how you buy it.
Right.
It's a business either way. You get it?
Oh, so let me ask you this. This is what I'm going to say. If you, I don't know, you go to a house studio and a dude like, yeah, I'm selling beats. Give me $50, right? So you use the song, you blow up. Now you at Universal, and they say, who produced the beat? And you say, oh, the guy, so-and-so. How does that process work?
If you don't got no paperwork, right, you don't own it.
You don't own it.
Either you got to have two things: a fingerprint, a
Right.
contract, and a fingerprint. When I mean an email or a text message, saying from you to him, hey man, I'm gonna sell you that beat for $50, and you own the rights to it. Remember, you got to clarify. Just because you sell somebody a beat, right, doesn't make you own the rights to it. He's selling you the beat so you can use it. But if he's selling you the rights, remember, negotiable. Everything's negotiable. You have to have clarity in words. And no, the rights mean the publishing of the song, of the music. Remember, it's two sides.
So
you get what I'm saying? And that's not nothing bad. Remember, because you done business. Remember, it's negotiable.
Well,
so
this is a tip.
I want to
this
be
is
clear
a tip
about
I want to give him, Havoc.
So if you make 100 million, he can't go around and say you beat him, you dogged him, you the scammer. No, because before I bought that beat from you, that beat has no value.
But see, this is a tip. This is a tip I want to give him. So sometimes
you got that point, right?
Yeah,
that beat has no value.
Well, sometimes you get people who think like, I ain't gonna give them nothing. Oh, I'm gonna give them $10. Oh. So then you get to the point where you get that deal. Now when you call him, they can hold your project for ransom almost. It's like they can hit you with a number.
Do bad business, because if that producer gave you a beat, then y'all done created a style and a flavor.
Right.
You might need to go back to him again.
Right.
So it's always good, man, to be fair.
Right. Just get it out the way.
Man, be fair, man. You gotta have good intentions in order to have success.
Right.
Remember, all those that think that they're getting over at some point in time gonna have to deal with the karma sisters.
Right. With the
you might be having good karma sister now, but sooner or later, if you're doing wrong, that twin sister gonna get you. Bad.
Because even with the Horsey song, with the Old Town Road song, I think he paid $30 for that beat.
Whatever he paid, bought it on the internet. No, he paid a little more than that.
Okay.
Right. Whatever it is, remember, there's a set price you have to pay for the exclusive rights. Remember,
now, what's the difference from a lease and an exclusive right?
You're right. You're right. Remember the words. Lease mean for a period of time.
Okay. So
exclusive mean
yours.
The whole tamale.
So can you go get a deal with a lease beat?
If you got the paperwork.
Okay.
Because see what record companies ain't gonna do is they're not gonna sign you based on them type of terms.
Okay. They're gonna say, get this straight, and then we'll talk. Hold on, we got the streets. You got the streets.
You get where I'm going with that, right? Because they don't have time to deal with that type of because there's somebody that gives somebody the edge to sue them.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I done held a few projects hostage, man. I done held a few people for ransom before because they give one of my producers and y'all give them $100, $50, no paperwork. You think you're winning, and then when you go get a deal, now it's like, hey, tell them to drop 15,000 over here. Tell them to drop this. When that wouldn't have happened, if y'all would have just did the paperwork, gave the man what he wanted in the beginning, gave him his $500 or whatever he wanted instead of playing.
The whole rights when it was really, where they would accept it, a negotiation. Remember what I said about I'm never gonna be mad about what I signed.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But pay me for what I signed for.
Pay me for what? Let me check.
You get that? Just pay me for what I signed for, man.
What the deal? The deal was the deal.
You can come back again because I know what I agreed to, and you pay me. So that's good business. Whether you make $1 trillion or nothing.
The deal was the deal. Hold on, let's check in. You got him going nuts, man. You got him going nuts. We gotta say something to him, man.
All right, talk to the streets, man.
Boogie Flavor said it's just like folks paying sound artists for features, but don't get the clearance from the label. Do they get shot down? That's money wasted. Exactly.
Absolutely. Because if an artist is signed to a label, right, that is a label's product.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what I'm saying now. No disrespect to
you're a product
artist, but you must have approval from and I'm not putting Pharrell on the spot, right? Because I ain't that type of brother. But Pharrell is signed a Game Changer. Our music come out through Universal, right? So Pharrell has a attachment to me, and I got attachment to them. So all of us brand is connected, right? Mm-hmm. So Pharrell can go get on somebody's song, but he still has to have permission.
I get it. That's how the business works, though.
You get it? I ain't telling you
that's not something you made up. That's how the business is.
I just want to know our product on who we're building and investing in, who he's allowing to put our brand associated to.
Right. There you go.
You get it?
This guy might have the wrong stuff on his name. We might not even want. We don't need to work.
Hey, look, Universal don't want to be caught up in today's whitewashing.
Right.
How they are today. They're trying to find anything. Like when we did the distribution video, talking about drugs, right?
The distribution movie, but keep going.
Right. But it's talking about drugs like Scarface.
Right.
Like you get it, and I get it, but
y'all go check that video out too.
Right. What I try to emphasize to Pharrell is that can be a similar issue if you don't present it correctly. That's why I asked him to start the video out in front of the court building, because everything in life you do gonna deal with the rule of law.
Right.
When you're talking about dealing in the streets or being a distributor up the street, you're gonna deal with the rule of law.
Right.
So I emphasize that we have to give it purpose.
Right.
Just because you're doing this, there's consequences to it.
Let me check in with the streets. We got one.
Check in with the street, man.
And Pharrell, he said, Universal also made me get a signature from the producer, and they was not going to move forward until I had it. So I
put him on the phone with him, Pharrell.
He said, I got the signature, sent it back, and haven't made it happen from there. Yeah. Stacy Berglund said, I thought we would be raising Havoc, but Havoc is raising you. Havoc giving it up.
No, but you heard what Pharrell said. Universal froze.
Said it ain't not happening until we get that signature.
Right, and clarity though.
Right.
So I don't play games. I call them up. I call them to answer the phone.
Right.
Put Pharrell on the phone with them, and he let Pharrell know in clarity. So we don't back and forth. When you're dealing with powerful people, who is one of the biggest distributors, second to Sony. They're the second biggest distributor in the world, Universal.
Tell them some of the artists on Universal so they can understand who you deal with in case they don't know.
Well, Universal on them now, most of the biggest labels like Polygram. They own
Cash Money.
Cash Money. Yeah, man. My boy.
So that means Drake, Minaj. Right.
Yeah, my boy Jim Urey gave them their deal.
Okay.
He was the president of Universal, good friend. I got pictures of him. Me and him in his office. We're in this secret office. Me, him, my boy Russ Regan. used to run the Soda Billion Records, him and Clyde Davis. See, I
Right.
hung out with all of the big dogs, man.
Tell them, man. Tell
Man, I
them.
used to be at Universal, man, out here in LA, man, in Jim Urey office right now. I put pictures up right now. I ain't got, you hear me? Me and Jim, man, we go in the secret office, man, behind the bookshelf.
Preach,
Open up the
preach,
bookshelf,
preach.
man, secret office, man. We go up in there, man, conference room. Kick it.
Hey, y'all, this is Havoc, the mouthpiece. Y'all go look him up. You know, he started off with
GWK
South
Records was
Central
my first company.
Gangsters with Knowledge, the first label he had. They did major stuff, and he's still doing major stuff with Game Changers. So I got him on here because this is a chance for romance.
Yeah, man, but I got clothing lines. I just dropped a new book, Ghetto Tears. We working on funding for the movie. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got magazines. You know, Infrared Record is just been distributed to the world, the video. So, you know, we got, you know, 8 weeks of hard promotion on the video coming. Radio going to be starting in late February, March, once we get the video set. Man, everything is just falling in place, just perfect, man. You know what I mean? And it's the work, man. You got to put in the work, man. And like you say, you can't put in work without money.
But now, hold on. Now, I just ran into this just recently, right? Now, tell me how this makes sense. People want you to invest your money in them, but then they want to say they their own label. They got their own label. Does that make any sense?
It can make sense if y'all doing a partnership.
Okay.
And if they're doing good business and they're a go-getter. Right. And they're going to bring not only their rap skills to the table and sit on their ass and expect you to do everything and consider themselves to be a partner, because now they're carrying two hats. So every artist ain't meant to do business. And just because you're an artist don't mean you can't do business.
Let me ask you this. If you're, okay, say me and you start a label together, right?
Right, a joint venture.
And I'm the rapper.
Right.
So it's a song. We got a producer and we got me rapping. Mm-hmm. What percentage of that song do I get on the writing side?
If you wrote it?
I did all the writing, but I'm signed to our label that me and you started.
Right. So based on your contract, remember, whatever percent of a publishing, right? There's two separate parts of that. Remember, publishing and record sales are separate.
Right.
You see, you got to understand the different parts about it.
He started so
hard because I know so much. You get it? Right. I know too much, man. You get it?
Right.
So when you're talking about record sales, right, that's a record deal based on sales of a record.
Right.
Publishing is separately. Remember, you'll hear them saying, well, they just sold the publishing of Motown.
Right.
But Motown Records is still moving on, but they ain't got that publishing no more of the songs that they sold because they don't own the rights to the music no more. The rights to the music.
So
remember, the rights to the music is the most important part.
Right.
Whoever wrote and produced it is what they call the publishing of a song.
Okay.
The publishing, once it comes out and make money, then the rights of what that money makes is the claiming part of it. You get it?
So with the label, should the label, me and you will start in that scenario? Should the label get paid any of the publishing, any percent?
Absolutely. No question. I would never do a deal with no one if I ain't making no publishing, if I'm putting all the money up to make you successful.
Gotcha.
Now, if that artist want to be a joint venture, and then we match money, we're going to put up an equal amount. Then we separate, right, what he get as an artist, minus that, the remaining pot is what a label gets. I already know what a label gets.
Right.
So if I'm a partner with somebody, I already know what I'm getting and what to split and how to split it because I know all the business.
So when you're a joint venture and you the rap and you the artist, you get paid off of your label
Two separate entities. You can't. They're separate.
Okay.
Remember, what you make as an artist cannot cross collateralize to what you make as a label with a joint venture.
Well, hold on. I'm talking about with the publishing, right?
Right. Okay. That's totally separate. Now we're gonna talk. Now we're gonna step out of joint venture into publishing.
What I'm saying is, if me and you own the label together,
right? But that ain't just because we own a label. Publishing is only established once a song is created.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Once the song is created, now we got publishing.
Okay, so I did the rapping.
Somebody that's 50%. Right, we already been through this.
Right, somebody else did the producing.
That's
so
50%.
Now the label gets.
Now as a label, they're going to get 25 from the producer and 25 from the rapper.
There we go.
Off top. If you're on a real label and they're putting the money behind you to blow up radio, sign you, it's just unheard of for me to say, I'm going to sign you, I'm going to spend all my money to make you make millions of dollars, and I can't make none of that I helped make that has no value.
So this is what I'm saying.
Wait, I want you to understand.
This
something that has no value. It's like you build a car, but nobody knows about the car. You don't got no assembly line to create thousands of cars. You understand? So the manufacturer and the company that pays to get all them car parts and you get it, the staff.
Keep preaching, man, because I get it.
What a label does.
I didn't fell out with people because of this, so keep preaching.
But see, they don't understand business because they're stuck in an artist frame of mind.
Artist frame of mind.
And so when you're an artist and you're stuck in an artist frame of mind, you got to understand that you can never, ever, ever have success in the business without a team, a label, and a great system.
So with that, what I'm saying is, you do a joint venture with somebody. You're the producer. You're the producer. You're the artist. How many times do you eat off of that record? And you're half owner of the.
Hey, look. All right, let me give you a perfect example, okay? Right. You know, I got great examples for you, right? Because I know everybody, right? I got a friend of mine produced a record, right? It's called Ice Ice Baby, right? My friend's name is Mario Johnson, right? He came from Dallas, Texas. I'm gonna give you the whole background to show you that I'm brilliant in not what I know, but in who I know. Right. Mario came to LA with another guy called the Doc, who signed with Easy and them and put out some hits, right? With NWA Definitely. And all of them.
Definitely.
Chocolate managed to write 6 songs on Vanilla Ice's first album. He wrote and produced Ice Ice Baby, the whole song.
Right.
The song was done in the 80s.
Right.
Right. He got a plaque on his wall with 16 platinums of the single. The man is still buying cars.
Right.
He's still living a lavish life.
Right.
Right. Off the rights of Ice Ice Baby.
Right.
Tiger just redid Ice Ice Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Every time you hear it on the radio, every time you hear it in the oldie countdown, every time you see the video, every time you see it in a movie playing, guess who's getting paid?
Chocolate.
And whoever owned what? The rights.
The rights.
The rights consist of because now Vanilla Ice, if he didn't wrote it and produce it, guess what he getting off the rights? Ah, boy, but see, now we learning business. Now we learning business.
Right.
He makes his money by what? Touring, performing it.
Right.
But if he didn't write it, if he didn't produce it, that means he didn't. You get it? So that means they had the record label got half of it, right?
Right.
And Chocolate got his half.
Right.
They're not going to give Vanilla Ice nothing because he didn't write nothing or produce nothing.
Right now.
He's the artist.
Right.
He's going to get paid for what he signed to the company.
There we go. There we go.
You get it? Remember, right?
Do y'all got any questions? I've been seeing a lot of statements. Do y'all got any questions? So he could answer any questions before we get out of here, because we're gonna have to do this again. This is y'all. We gonna put a seminar together, man. Y'all gonna have to come just here.
Right, because I know too much, man. Like it's so much to try to grasp in my brain and try to give it to you, because it's like being in a maze and not knowing that whoever built the maze cannot lock himself in it.
Right.
And so lack of knowledge and of a maze, of knowing how a maze is created and made, will make you get lost in it. And I used to be lost.
Didn't Eminem?
Huh?
Did Eminem have some complaints about his contract?
Look, everybody got to complain about a contract once they're successful.
Okay.
It's never a complaint about a contract when you broke. I mean, hold on. Hey, man, I'm just gonna keep it 100. You get it?
Right. Right.
And somebody right now, right? You never sold a record, right? You ain't never had a hit, and they came in and said, "I'm gonna give you $500,000 right now, man, for a 5-album deal. Each album, I'm gonna give you 600 the next one, 700. Are you going to sign and you never done nothing in your career?
Hand it here.
Huh?
Hand it here.
Hey, look, my first deal was 50,000 with Quality.
Right.
That wasn't much. But my first deal with Def Jam was 375.
Right.
You get it?
Which would be almost $1 million nowadays. That's almost $1 million.
But I'm just saying, it grew. Remember, right. We're straight. We didn't have a lot of radio play from Quality because we was the first group to get banned for gangster rap.
Right.
You get it? NWA got were banned, right? But they had a political side to them.
Right.
You know, when you had Spread Yourself, you know what I mean?
Right.
Them type of songs were able to appeal to hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
South Central Cartel was straight street hop.
Right.
You get it? So when our first song going to radio was called Gangster Love. The word gangster. And remember, gangster was a terrifying word back then.
Right.
If it wasn't coming from a movie, then it had a attack towards that music. And us being so gangster with the braids, the khakis, you know what I mean, the Loke song, you know what I mean, we represent that culture of South Central, man. We magnetically attracted bands. Gangsta Love. So they didn't want to hear that.
So like you said, with your mom owning your dad's publishing from the Shy-Lites, right?
Correct.
So like I remember when Beyonce did Crazy in Love and
still getting money for that.
And Uncle Marsh was like, oh, we going to the Grammys. He's like, we finna win this Grammy. So it's like they just it's gonna constantly eat. You're gonna constantly get off your publishing.
My sisters got parts of it.
Okay.
See, I got my own publishing.
Right.
From my career.
Right.
And what I'm doing. Right. That I'm gonna give to my daughter now. But yeah, you know,
just like when they reused Gang Story and 8 Mile. You never know when they're gonna go.
Yeah, you want me to pull out the Universal one of their statements and show you Gang Story on there? I got it.
Hey, we could do it another time. I know you probably.
I'm just saying that that's called rights. Remember the rights.
Right.
So if you didn't write on Gang Story and you was in the group, right?
Right.
What was you gonna make if you didn't write on that song? Ah, man, I love boy, man. Hey, we have a great business seminar. Remember, see, I'm on Gang Story.
Yeah,
I'm in the video.
I mean, hey, sometimes little is a lot. What you did on Gang Story, you came and put the smack down though. What you did on it.
You know what I'm saying? South Central LA is the gang capital of the world. Where brothers walk around strapped daily. You won't hesitate to smoke your ass in a minute. Take it from the mouthpiece.
What is this?
That's another gang story.
Yeah, that's
an part of the song. Every time they were playing that beat in Eminem car and the movie was playing, hey, my little 5%. Based on my rights, right? That turned out to be 2.5% once Def Jam got there. And every time I made $1, they got 50 cents and I got 50 cents.
So one of my main morals that I was trying to push tonight, and I'm glad you're here. I hope that y'all listening. Don't cross the people who invest in you. Don't say, oh, you ain't even rap. Why should you make some money? They took the risk. They took, like you said, Def Jam still got paid.
They told me that in the beginning.
Yeah.
You don't rap. So I became a mouthpiece.
That's right.
And I became a businessman. So be careful what you tell somebody else what they can't do. Because they'll turn out and be more popular and have more money than you.
So what did you think when Suge said, if you don't want a manager that's all in the videos and all that stuff, like what did you think?
I was thinking like, nigga, he better not be applying that shit to me. Cause we had so much respect for each other.
Right.
You get it?
Right.
And so when you say that, right? And here I am trying to build GWK, right? Like Eazy-E was doing Ruthless. Right. Eazy-E in the videos.
Right.
Eazy-E told me when I first met him, whatever you do, Havoc, whatever you do, strictly from Eazy-E, don't take your videos out the hood. Do not take them out the hood. And if you notice every FCC video, bro, I stuck to what Eric said because he said that is the culture of what you're representing. The background is what you're speaking of, and the background is is South Central. You get it?
Hey,
that's what Easy told me. Easy told me, make sure you do not take them videos.
But that's what was so dope about y'all videos. That y'all was in like I say, it was like watching Menace to Society looking at y'all videos. Cause y'all in
real shootouts, man, in the hood, man, you know what I mean? And warehouses in South Central, you know what I mean? Like if real gang, would meet up, like if they would have a huge gang gathering of all the Crips or something, like, I was thinking like the Warriors.
The Warriors.
When we did Gang Story, the video.
What about this SCC thing? Like how did y'all did that like
I co-directed that video with Brett Ratner. That was my whole concept.
That was like a movie.
See the thing about,
do me a favor, tell them the concept of that video real quick.
The concept of SEC thing was that the thing that was horrifying, even though gang activity was horrifying in itself, right? Is when gang members did drive-bys trying to kill a rival, right? And 90% of the time, they wind up killing innocent people.
Right.
Innocent people are dying because of negligence of someone driving to kill the enemy. So when you look at the SEC thing, you notice they was trying to shoot me.
Right.
The little girl, right, was coming out to go to school.
Right.
What happened?
Was you giving her? We was giving her $1 or something, right?
Yeah, I was just going to say bye, for her to go to, going off to school, because I know how the hood is. Remember,
Right, yeah,
we in
you
the
was
back
giving
chilling,
right, you was
barbecuing.
giving us like some lunch money or something, saying bye. Then they rolled
Yeah.
up shooting
And
at
I
you.
seen them when they pulled up, right? And you
Right,
see how it looked,
you
right?
mean mugged them. You know it's gonna go
Right,
down.
like, and then he hop out with so fast.
Right. And that was I'm telling you, it was like watching a movie, watching
And so I wanted that to be a topic in the video. And then I wanted to show the person who would soon find out that that little girl was killed
right,
by what he did. And is there any remorse?
right,
Is there any conscience?
right.
Is there any feeling that is what I'm doing and what I just done worth being a gang member?
What about G's on the move?
Woo! We had the shootout. 5 people got shot.
Yeah, how did that go?
That was the most frightening of my 5 times in my life. Out of all the times I done been in life-threatening situations, and it's been a few. I ain't just talking about.
So as a director though, how did you like work that into your original treatment of what y'all was gonna do in the video?
Because see, what happened was when the shootout broke out, the video was pretty much ending, and we was giving out trophies to the lowriders. And so I was in a lowrider with Richie Rich, one super rich, one of the legendary D-boy in LA. Everybody know who Richie Rich is, right? So I'm in the back, just, Chop, thanks for coming to the, you know what I mean?
Right.
All of a sudden, the shootout breaks. Wow. But the cameraman is on top of a trailer filming when the shootout breaks.
Right.
He ducks down, but he don't turn the camera off. So the camera is filming actually where the shootout, if you see when everybody's running,
right,
and all of that breaking, that's when the shootout break out.
Right.
Rich snatched me out the lowrider and got me ducked down on the ground while all this boom, right? You know what I mean? And so Russell Simmons get a call from Def Jam saying that the LAPD is notified Def Jam for the footage of the video, G's on the Move.
Right.
We had just shot, it's an SEC thing the day before.
Right.
So when they said Havoc and Prodigy, they was thinking Havoc and Prodigy, which was true, from South Central Cartel.
Right.
But this was for a Havoc and Prodigy video, and we wasn't signed to Def Jam. We were still signed to Quality, which Adam Levy had came in, right, and bought Quality.
Okay.
You got it?
Right.
Because
and that was a duet album.
Russ Regan let us leave without taxing us for FCC, but required me and Prodigy do the 2 remaining Havoc and Prodigy records.
Right.
Instead of we walk in and they taxing us if we go get a deal because we still signed to them.
Right.
But because of the respect Russ Regan had for me and knew my father and all of that, he let us walk. But me and Prodigy had to do the 2 remaining Havoc and Prodigy records, which I told Russ Simmons to buy them. Then I turned around and got Tommy Boy to buy them, and Russell Simmons stopped that deal to where I had a $500,000 deal with Tommy Boy to sign Havoc and Prodigy on the 3rd Havoc and Prodigy album, which we put out.
Was on fire too.
Yeah, we was on fire after the G's on the Move. And because of LV blew up off of that and got the deal for Gangsta's Paradise from G's on the Move. And then because Russell didn't like LV in the beginning and didn't want him to sign to the Def Jam contracts. And that's why LV was bitter because of Russell Simmons. And Def Jam also offered LV more money Then Tommy Boy signed with them after the G's on the Move video.
Okay.
But because Russell didn't let him sign to the FCC contract, he had a grudge with them and signed with Tommy Boy instead. And that's how he got the Tommy Boy shit. And that was off G's on the Move.
Right. Yes. Shout out to my guy LV, man. He got on a big record. And again,
still getting paid.
I was just about to say
LV when Coolio passed away,
right,
just recently, he probably got a check for like $300,000.
Yeah, my niece was listening to Gangs of Paradise one day, right? So I'm like, you know what that is? He's like, yeah, because it did a resurgence when Coolio
died. Absolutely, and they using it in a lot of TikToks and
that's what she was on TikTok.
Music, movies. It was in the Green Hornet. All type of movies play it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You never know. You definitely never
just
know.
Like Eminem. I just watched nigga 8 Mile the other day. I was like, oh, I just got like 4 cents. Look, frozen on my part. I was like, ooh, like you look back, right? Because I never really grasped so much work that I helped create and was a part of.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I'm now I get a time to really I look back at it, even though I have a lot of regrets on certain parts of it.
Right.
But I grew to not let my regret take from my accomplishments.
I get you. And before you go, what's cracking now, man? Tell them what's next. Tell them what's
man. Right now, man, I got a lot going on, man. Right now, man, I'm working infrared single distribution. We just got the video fully done, 8-week promotion. It's getting sent out right now, so they'll probably start, going after it next week, sometime the week after, once it hits everywhere. You know what I mean? So the mail out's going on that. Of course, it's gonna be on everything. It's already taken off a little bit. I got a book dropping in February, Ghetto Tears. It's on ebook a little early now, but it's actually getting sent out worldwide as we speak. The hard copy, soft copy, and the auto book is being manufactured and should be added to the website, in the next couple of days. I plan on doing some touring this summer, with the Game Changer product. I just dropped a compilation album, Project Game Changer. Dropping my second edition to the magazine, Game Changer the Mag, in association, with another magazine that I'm doing work with. We already did one edition of that, trying to get my publication, going, clothing line ready. I just got a lot going on, man. Working on trying to get funding for Ghetto Tears for the movie, which I'm pretty close to. The film crew back together. We're getting everything back together. The line producer, the camera crew. Just all that aspects of it. Getting the licenses updated and all of that part of it. I'm on everything. GAIMCHN G3R. You Google that. This Game Changer on all sites, from music to whatever, man, because it's about the business. It's about mending to the digital world, which I seen coming, understanding the power of links, understanding the power of getting promotion on your links, understanding how to promote your records organically instead of being tricked into these promotions who's using your music to gain money, and then your song get blacklisted. Because once they find out you're using these systematic systems, these newer systems now, understands that, and then they'll ban your song. And now once you get banned on like Spotify, it's not a good look. And so it's too many shortcuts.
Right.
right? And there's too much clutterness. Too many artists that want to rap that can't rap. It's too many producers that produce that can't produce.
Right.
And they're clutters.
Mm-hmm.
They're clutters, man. You know, and what it helps, it helps water down good music.
Water it down.
It helps water down like if you got a great scotch or a great vodka,
mm-hmm.
and you pour water in it. What does you think water is doing to that great product?
Watering it down. Oh, one more thing, one more jewel you got to give everybody that you gave me that I'm glad, you know, when I used to come out in Vegas and bother you.
Oh, man, that's when I was trying to find myself.
Suck it up.
Remember, man, hey, I didn't come a long way from there. You know that.
Yeah, but you still at that game, though, boy. And you gave it to me, but see, I'm the type of person, I just suck it up and I just use it.
Gotta be a sponge. If you ain't got a sponge, then how you gonna learn something?
You told me in about 2015, you say, ain't no sense in sitting on your music, man. You gotta have catalog. So here it goes in about 2020 when COVID hit. I thought about you. And I said, man, I'm finna put out everything I got in my computer. And I just started getting the covers made for old songs from 2000 and 99.
They never heard it, it's new.
Never. And I put them all out. People love it. And I get checks. So
what you need to do now, right? If you put them out as a compilation, right? Or you put them out like, see, I'm so understanding that I know how to get the money.
I like the money.
Right. And so based on how you put them songs out, if you put them out on a compilation, right, and you're the master right owner, you get the master rights. So you can go sign up on Sound Exchange as master rights of them songs and get your money for every time you do a sale on your sales. Right. That's more money. If they're featured artists, you can also get on there because you put it out as a compilation and split that each song with the artist. Gotcha. But if you put it out as an artist, right, a whole artist, you only can claim the master rights, 100% of the master rights, and then the 100% of the song rights goes to the artist. A producer might be entitled to 10% of that if the artist gives the producer a contract to give to Sound Exchange to allow them to get 10%. But if it's a group, if it's two, they split that 50-50. If it's three, it's 33-33. You get it? Based on the group. Remember, people got to understand how stuff work, not how long they make it work. See how I just broke that down?
Hey, man. We're gonna have to do this again. This week off, y'all can thank me for this education, okay? Because trust me, I had to talk them into doing this, y'all. Y'all don't.
Man, I ain't trying to give away hard-earned. Man, I sacrificed a lot, right? A lot to learn what I learned. I spent a lot of money to have what I have. Game changer.
So what can they find you at besides Instagram?
I'm on everything.
Tell them the name.
I'm on Game Changer. GAIMCHNG3R. Everything.
And before you go,
you get it. Websites, QR codes. I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram. I'm talking about I'm on X. I'm on I mean all of the music sites.
But before you go, I got to play a message from our friend that I love to play. Hold on.
Hey, Uncle Beats, it's Maya sending you a big congratulations on your 100th episode of Hood Hierarchy.
Now, you see my picture I sent to you, me and her? You see my picture? I'm letting you know you ain't getting nobody I don't know. Remember, man, I scared the mess out of her in LA at Summer Jam. And that's when I had the long hair. I was G'd up, right? So I looked over there. We was in the VIP tent, and I creeped up on her. She was like, "Look," hey, she thought I was gonna rob her. And then when I seen her again at a concert, you know, I got on. I said, "Hey, Maya, I know you probably don't remember me because I ain't got my hair no more, but I scared you back in the 90s at Summer Jam for the beat." She started laughing. I said, "Would you you know, take a picture with me?" She like, "Yeah," and I was like so honored. Went from scaring her to getting on flicks with her.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna post some of his SEC pictures too, man. Y'all gotta see some. I'm gonna post some on my page.
Yeah, throw the ones up with Tupac, Ice-T's, the Easy E. Look, man, we ain't talking. I got flicks and videos with Sally Sale hanging out with E40, the Click, Spice One, Too Shorts. Man, I used to be up north, man, when they was up there, man, balling with them, San Diego, with J.O. Felony and all them down there, man. I went to the South,
Chicago,
man, with
you
Lil
did
J,
Chicago well, man. You did
Ghetto
Chicago
Boys.
well.
You know what I mean? The Brat, you know, from Chicago, New York, Tretch, all of them, hanging out with all that, man. Like, I be everywhere because of my vibe.
You did us well. Everybody hit that like. Everybody hit that subscribe. Everybody hit that share.
Man, add me.
Share,
man, go get that book, Ghetto Tears, man.
Ghetto Tears.
Add me to your playlist.
And if you want to put something on the Cash App, go ahead. Check everything out, y'all. But
right,
before
man,
we
if they
go,
need some beats, man, some real music, man, they want some, you know, whatever, man. I got action, man, and helping some people, man. I got major distribution on Universal Music Group. Like your stuff is going to be protected. Look, every time you go, if you go put out any song I put out through Universal and you play it on your thing, on your any of your sites, the first thing you're gonna get an email saying this is owned by Universal Music. We own the rights to this.
I be trying to explain people that's dope. Oh, I need another drop for you, go, man.
Oh man, all right. All right, here we go again. You hear me? I'm here again with my boy, the one and only. You know who I'm knowing. You know him as the Beat Man. You heard? And we here chilling in the hood on the best show, everybody's show. Huh? Oh God, man, I made a fumble. I fumbled the ball on Hood Hierarchy, man. So put me on the fumble team, baby.
Hey, it's all good.
Hey,
you
man,
know how we
end. Can't be perfect.
You know how we end it, man. What's the hood, man?
Man, you know I'm from the south side of Chicago, man, and Wild Hundreds, man. 10 tray for life.
There you go.